So I just came back from the court and saw something which prompted me to make this video. What I saw was a couple argue and fight right outside the courtroom. All the family members included, free of cost. Now, these things are common much more than you would think and you would expect. So that got me thinking, how do you actually fight with someone that you love? What should be the rules of war? See, in my line of work, I deal with these kind of conflicts every single day. And the funny thing is, even in a real war between armies, there are rules. Rules which must be obeyed because soldiers cannot just do whatever they feel and they want. There are lines that they just cannot cross. But in our homes, in our living rooms, with the people we claim to love, often there are no rules. It's total destruction. And that is why marriages die, not because of the fight, but because of how we fight. See, in international law, we have something known as the Geneva Convention. Those are strict rules on how soldiers must treat each other even while they are trying to kill each other. But in the war between couples, there are often no rules. It is total war. So the following are my Geneva Convention for couples, my rules for engagement between couples. So the rule number one, always remember the permanence of words. Be mad, but never ever be cruel to the other person. See, in court, if a lawyer like me or anyone says something improper, the judge can simply strike it off the record. But in a marriage, there is no judge. There is no delete button. So when you are angry, you want to use words as weapons. You want to insult, you want to name call, you really want to hurt the other person. But remember this, an apology can only act as a band-aid. An apology cannot completely heal a wound. It cannot unring a bell. Once you call your partner worthless or stupid, that word stays in the room forever, even after the anger is gone. So always attack the problem and never attack the person. Rule number two, which I call the chart sheet rule. Always tell them the why behind the fight. So in law, an accused person has the right to know the charge. He cannot possibly defend himself if he doesn't even know what he is on trial for. Yet couples play this dangerous game all the time. You know, the silent treatment, the you should know why I'm mad game. And I believe that's not fair. If you're hurt, say it clearly. I'm angry because you were late. I am hurt because of what you said. Don't make them guess. Give them an opportunity to fix it. All right. Rule number three, always keep the circle as small as possible. Always keep the fight to the room and never ever broadcast it. See, when we fight, we want allies. Allies are basically people who would support us even if we are wrong. So what do? We call our mother, we text our siblings, we complain about our spouse to the world. And I believe that's a mistake because you and your spouse, you will most likely make up tomorrow. You will forgive each other. But your mother, she will never forget what he did. Your siblings, they will never forget what she said. So when you bring an audience to your fight, I believe you're not looking for a resolution. What you're looking for is a victory. So always keep the fight in the room. Rule number four, the balance of justice, something I believe which should be maintained, is never ever forget the good in the other person. So in the heat of the moment, when the blood is really boiling, we can get that tunnel vision. We look at our partner and we see an enemy. We forget all the happy past experiences because of that 10 minutes of anger, that 10 minutes of fight. See, you're not fighting a stranger, you're fighting your life partner. So even while you are shouting, try to remember that. Always try to remember the good in the other person. So, rule number 5, which I call the sunset clause. See, never go to bed angry. So, in law, in courts, we sometimes get the matter adjourned to a next date. But in a marriage, adjourning an argument can be pretty dangerous because anger has a way of simmering in the silence of the night. You know, the anger, it ferments, it really grows overnight. So, what is a small irritation at 10 p.m. in the night really becomes a deep resentment by 7 a.m. in the morning. So, don't let the argument escalate while you're sleeping. You don't have to solve every detail before you go to sleep, but you must declare a ceasefire. So, do whatever needs to be done. Hold hands, kiss each other, say the words, we are okay and we are going to fix it. So, make your peace before you close your eyes. See, these are just the basic rules. But what I'm trying to say in conclusion is that the goal of an argument between couples and in a marriage is really not to win. If you crush your partner, if you really humiliate them, if you prove you are the smartest person in the room, see, you might win the argument, but you will lose the relationship. And that, I believe, is a very high price to pay for being right. Always remember, anger is inevitable, it is bound to happen, but cruelty is always a choice. So be angry, but never be cruel. That's all I had to say, and I'll see you in the next one.